Hello, Internet. So it's 2 a.m. currently, and I was kind of thinking about something. I'm not a type of person who kind of makes YouTube videos and stuffs, but tonight, I felt like that one particular thing is kind of going through my mind for a very long time. It's about the truth about the war. You know, there are a lot of war currently going on throughout the world. There are Russia-Ukraine war. There are India, Pakistan. That was the war was happening a few days back, and there is another war kind of going on right now. The conflicts and stuff, Afghanistan and Pakistan war. So I was feeling like that. Why? One thing again. There is also one thing I really want to make sure to all of you that I represent a very ordinary set of people, right? Why I'm saying this? Because I have just graduated from my high school. Not that I have a degree in international relationship, not that I have degree in any kind of particular psychology, diplomacy, or anything. I represent a group of people who are really ordinary living, and they don't know how the world dynamics works and stuff. So that is what I want to mention before kind of continuing. So um, the thing I wanted to say is there is a particular thing that leads us to war, which is hatred, first of all. But have you seen a very common thing that is between these countries that are currently in between wars? Most of them are neighbors. Yes, which is really important. Most of them are neighbors, and they really have like shared culture and stuffs. They kind of have pretty much similar culture, pretty much similar upbringing, and they kind of think in a very similar way, right? So why they are into war? Why they hate each other? Why there is conflict? There is Israel Palestine war. There is Russia Ukraine war. There is, you know, Mexico and USA. There is no war between them, but they kind of hate each other. Why is that? And I think I have found the reason behind this. Like, this is not the main reason behind all of these, but I believe this is one of the reasons that kind of uh, stays behind the scene of these kind of conflicts. So throughout my entire life, what I've seen, whatever things I've gone through, I felt like the most ferocious thing of human being is that uh, uncertainty. The word uncertainty. Why I'm saying this? When you're going to be uncertain about something, then you are going to be afraid about that, right? Like, you don't know that what the next move the person in front of you is going to do, what the next move the uh, your school is going to make before exam and stuffs, what's the syllabus is going to be. That's particular experience I'm saying from. So you know this is not the only thing that validates my point. Uncertainty is the main fear of human beings. Why I'm saying this? It's because you see, we have NASA, we have a lot of astronauts going into space, exploring different planets and stuffs. We have mathematics. Why do we have mathematics? Because we want to explore, we want to make the world dynamics. We want to make how world works, planet works, and everything works certain to ourselves. And that is the main goal of human civilization, because we fear uncertainty and we need certain things, we need certain confirmations to understand and to stay relaxed that okay, it's going to be fine. Why are you afraid what's going to be in future? Because you are uncertain about your future, what job you're going to lead in, what's going to be your paycheck, and which university you're going to go. So this is the thing that is the main what should I say, fear of human beings, which is uncertainty. And how I relate this uncertain thing, like uncertainty thing, with war? Well, let me make sure one thing. You know, like India and Bangladesh, right? They're pretty close country. They're neighboring country. India helped Bangladesh to gain independence in 1971, and also Bangladesh is one of the biggest, what should I say, um, like that kind of allies. All right, that's fine. But still, if you see the current perspective of the general human beings in Bangladesh, you will see that most of them kind of hate Indians. The Gen Zs, they hate Indians. They don't want Indian influence in our country. But another thing, there is problem between India and China. There is problem between India and Pakistan. There is problem between Pakistan and Afghanistan. You see, Pakistan and Afghanistan, they are Muslim countries. They have a lot of similarities in their traditions and cultures. But why they are fighting? Why they like have problems, conflicts? The answer is this uncertainty. What uncertainty and how this uncertainty is coming up? You see, when you know a person, like let's imagine that these two highlighted that I have, one's name is Pink and another one's name is Violet. Okay, so these two person, let's consider them person. Okay, so they are brother and sister. So this highlighter, the orange highlighter, knows how the pink highlighter flows. What's the insider mechanism of this highlighter? And this violet, what should I, pink, this pink, okay, let's say pink. This pink highlighter also knows how this orange highlighter works, like how it's going to the insider mechanism of ink flowing and stuffs, right? So they know each other from outside and from inside too. They know how these pink highlighted things, like the pink highlighter knows how the orange highlighter thinks, and the orange highlighter knows how the pink highlighter thinks. So you see, they're certain about each other, but what's from where the uncertainty thing is coming, you know? So, you know, um, this pink highlighter knows how the insider mechanism of this orange highlighter works. So it also knows what bad thing that this orange highlighter can do. Let me make this example more, what should I say, understanding. Okay, how to understand, make you understand. Okay, so suppose person X is a thief, so he steals from various supermarkets and he steals from various public places, he pickpockets and stuffs. So X somehow got rich with all of his stealing things, bulgeries and stuffs, and after that he went on and had made a huge, let's say, building, like two-storied building or something. He made it with his stolen monies from other people's, and then he knows another, what should I say, thief from his circle. Let's say his name is Y. Okay, so person X, who became rich from his stealing of profession, and he also knows another person whose name is Y, and he's also into this job, but he could not reach the level of X in perspective of, you know, social status and stuffs. So I mean, by social status I mean economic thing, you know, not social status. Like stealing is not good. So person X knows what Y can do because he has already done all of the things, right? So when he is going to make a building, so definitely he is going to keep person Y away from that building, because he already knew what the mechanism inside the person Y's mind goes on. The same thing applies for the countries, the neighboring countries, how they do have similar culture and they do have similar think process, like what should I say, neural thing, like they kind of know how others mind works of their same type. So they know that what bad thing that I have done or I have in mind, the same thing can have in other person's mind, right? Like for example, there is no problem between Bangladesh and Russia. Why is that? Because we don't know how Russia thinks. We're uncertain about Russia. That's why we fear them and we don't, you know, go into conflict with them. This is the thing. So in case of in case of war and stuffs, uncertainty works in two ways. The first thing first, you know how the other person's mind works, other countries' minds works. other countries' governments' minds work. So you kind of know that what bad thing they can do. That's why you fear that they're going to do that thing, and you want to like be precautious that okay, let's not make that person do that thing. All right. The second thing comes from that you don't go into conflict with very far away countries. It's because you already don't know like how they think. You don't know how their culture is, how their upbringing is, what they have to go through to come to that level. So you don't go into war with them because you are uncertain about how they like work and stuffs. I believe there is psychological term of this, but I'm a very ordinary person. I have just graduated from my high school and currently going through my application process, so I have no idea about international relationships and stuffs. But this is just 2 a.m. thing that I've thought, and I felt like that okay, maybe this is the reason. And I definitely know that there is so much reason behind this, and I am not the person who cracked the reason behind wars, but I believe this is a factor which plays a major role in the countries that goes into war with each other and stuff. So yeah, this is it, and this was my first YouTube video. So I know this is not going to get a lot of views and stuffs, but I don't care. I just wanted to share my thoughts about how I believe the world works. And yeah, that's it. Ta-da.